Have you ever heard the saying that greed can be a bottomless pit? Let's talk about Ramil, a man whose story teaches us a powerful lesson. Once upon a time, Ramil was a simple, hard-working man, known for his kindness and honest labor. He started a small business, and through sheer effort, it began to flourish. He earned enough to live comfortably, and for a while he was grateful. But slowly, a shadow began to creep into his heart. The quiet satisfaction he once felt was replaced by a gnawing hunger for more. More money, more success, more everything. Gratitude faded, and greed took its place. This hunger led him down a tempting but dangerous path. Ramil discovered he could make money much faster, not through hard work, but through deception. He started overpricing his goods, shortchanging his customers, and even secretly keeping the shares that rightfully belonged to his partners. At first it seemed like a brilliant move. His wealth ballooned, and he surrounded himself with luxury, a fancy house, an expensive car, all the things he once only dreamed of. But as his bank account grew, his character shrank. The kind, humble man was gone, replaced by someone arrogant and dismissive. Old friends and neighbors began to whisper, noticing the cold change in him. The turning point came on what seemed like an ordinary Tuesday. One of his most loyal and oldest employees, a man who had been with him since the very beginning, gathered his courage and confronted Ramil. He pointed out the unfair prices and the dishonest practices, pleading with him to return to the honest man he once was. But Ramil, blinded by his success, refused to listen. Instead of seeing the warning, he saw a threat. In a fit of rage, he fired the man on the spot. That single arrogant decision was the first domino to fall. News of his unfair dismissal spread like wildfire. The loyal employee, now jobless, shared his story. Soon other cheated customers and partners came forward. A chain reaction began. Clients, once loyal, lost their trust and took their business elsewhere. His partners, realizing they were being cheated, pulled out one by one, leaving his business to crumble. His reputation, once built on honesty, was now in tatters. The downfall was swift and brutal. The empire Ramil had built on a foundation of lies began to collapse. His shoddy, overpriced products started failing, leading to a flood of complaints and demands for refunds. It wasn't long before the authorities caught wind of his illegal practices and launched an investigation. In the end, he lost it all: the money, the fancy house, the business, and most painfully, the people he once called friends. He was left with nothing but the echo of his own greed. Alone and broke, sitting in the ruins of his life, Ramil finally had time to reflect. The silence was deafening. He remembered the simple joy he felt when he earned his first honest profit, the pride in his craft, the warmth of his friendships. He realized that in his desperate chase for more, he had lost the things that truly mattered. Greed had blinded him, promising him the world, but leaving him with an empty soul. With a heavy heart, but a clear mind, Ramil decided to start over. This time, he wouldn't be chasing wealth. He would be rebuilding his life, one honest brick at a time. Ramil's story is a timeless reminder. Greed promises wealth, but ultimately ends in emptiness. It whispers that you need more, that you deserve more. But it's a lie. When we take more than our share, when we let that insatiable hunger guide us, life has a funny way of taking back not just what we gained, but even what we had in the first place. True wealth is found in contentment, honesty, and the relationships we build along the way.